Today's topic, I've been reminded of this by, I was watching Jeff Buys Cars YouTube channel. You should watch it, it's good. And he was doing a challenge with an EV and his diesel car, who could get from John O'Groats to Land's End the quickest and the cheapest. The electric car was a Porsche Taycan driven by the Macmaster, also a good watch. Obviously the 14-year-old BMW annihilated the 120 grand 2-year-old Porsche. Go watch the video, it's good. Anyway, Lee in his Porsche is on a stretch of road round Birmingham, and he reported that he was seeing a 60 miles an hour speed limit for air quality, and his theory was, well, I'm in an EV, I should be able to do 70 miles an hour because he's not putting any harmful exhaust emissions out. I'm pretty much on the same wavelength as Jeff from Jeff Buys Cars. So you would think if you had an EV, you would be able to do 70 miles an hour. Now the conspiracy theory is that the powers that be, the people in charge, the elite, don't want cars on the road anymore. They don't want us to move around, they want to limit our travel. And how can they do that? One, they can make the roads horrific, so they're just not very nice to drive on. They can charge us out of it with ULEZ. So our EVs at the minute just a distraction. So they can say, look, we're doing something. Because really they don't want anyone to have a car at all. If people say, well, I should be able to do 70 miles an hour because I've got an EV and it doesn't pollute, doesn't kill polar bears, and it doesn't make people sick from exhaust emissions. Here's where they're going to get you, because every single vehicle on the road has one thing in common. Well, there's a few things in common, but one thing more than anything else. Doesn't matter if it's an EV, if it's a hybrid, if it's a petrol, if it's a diesel, if it's a truck, if it's a car, if it's a bike. They've all got tyres. I know, bear with me. They have done studies, and tyre emissions, okay, yeah, tyre emissions, tyre particulates are apparently more dangerous than exhaust emissions, like by loads. Isn't that a coincidence? Tyres and brakes. I get brakes because you get a bit of brake dust, fair enough. But that's not all the time, is it? So, experts and scientists say that tyre particulates are killing more people than exhaust emissions. So we must do something about this. Are we going to get tyres that don't degrade and let the particulates into the atmosphere? No, that's not going to happen. They're just going to want to reduce the amount of vehicles on the road. That's it. It's the only way we can save the children is if we take vehicles off the road. And it lines up perfectly with that conspiracy theory, doesn't it? Tyre particulates will kill. So I think the reason you're going to have 60 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour speed limits for air quality is because of tyre particulates. That's how they're going to get you. So it doesn't matter if your EV's got 0 emissions, it hasn't. It's got worse emissions because it's heavier. And those emissions from the tyres are going to be more than from that Mini that's just gone past. It's a beautiful day, despite all the storms we've had, all the water, the rain, the flooding. The Humber Bridge is looking good. I can see the point of a small electric car for just driving around town, but I cannot see the point of an electric car to get you 350, 400 miles away. That does not make any sense to me. Porsche Centre Hull. Oh, they've got an electric charger there. You lot driving off and you're just going to sit there all day. Why's that got a kitchen? They got a chef in there. Oh, whip your vacation while you're waiting for your Porsche to charge. It's a lovely car, that Taycan. It is very nice. So here is an article about tyre particulates from 2022, and you know, just sneaking it in there, just a little shh about this one might be a problem. So then they go, we've known since blah 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 that tyre particulates are going to kill people, or have been killing people for many years. Someone at the door. I say it's bullshit. If you want to talk particulates, let's talk about Teflon. Yeah, Teflon. Here's the thing, they made a film about it. They reckon every human being on the planet has got Teflon particulates in their body because of that, what happened with the Teflon thing. And there's plastic particulates. More recently, they found particulates in humans, inside us, from our clothes. Because when we wash our clothes in the washing machine, these particulate fibres from textiles end up in the water supply, and then we ingest them. Tyre particulates, tyre emissions. It's going to be a thing, and it's going to get you out of your car. If you are Jeff and you do buy cars, please, Jeff, let me know what you think. I'd like to see you do a video on this too. And Lee at the Mac Master, I'd like to know your thoughts on this too as well. I'm really interested to see what people are thinking, what's going through people's minds when they see stuff like this. Don't forget, if you liked this content, hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thanks.